Taoiseach, today you take your first leaders' questions and your cabinet is mired in scandal. The two deputies at the centre of these scandals, former Minister Damien English and current Minister Paschal Donohoe, reportedly received a round of applause for their efforts at last night's meeting of the Fine Gael Parliamentary Party. Last week, Damien English was forced to resign as Minister because he lied on a housing planning application. Taoiseach, there are tens of thousands of people who were not able to build a one-off home because, unlike Deputy English, they were honest in filling out their forms. But he believed that those rules did not apply to him. And now, Minister Paschal Donohoe is embroiled in controversy for flouting election donation rules. There has been a concerted attempt by the Minister to trivialise the matter as an administrative error, but you and I know that it's far more serious than that. The truth is that in the 2016 general election, Minister Donohoe received a political donation from a businessman that he failed to declare and which was above the amount allowable by law. The businessman who provided the donation of postering service, Michael Stone, at that time headed the Construction Industry Federation, the organisation that represents developers. Mr Stone was subsequently appointed by Fine Gael to the Land Development Agency outside of the normal process. So this demonstrates again how your politics works in Ireland. A cosy club culture that sees Fine Gael ministers slip seamlessly out of government and into roles as financial lobbyists, that allows vulture funds to run amok, that sees housing policy written for big developers and corporate landlords. Despite his best efforts, Minister Donohoe cannot escape the fact that he broke the rules by receiving this donation. And that is why he failed to correct his election return when the matter was brought to his attention as long ago as 2017. It's why he tried to convince members of the media that there was nothing to see here when questioned in November. It's why it took SIPO writing to the Minister last Friday for him to respond. And since then, the Minister has concocted a story that has changed so many times that its credibility lies in tatters. The Minister first claimed that the posters were erected at night, but images published by the Irish Independent show workers, I can only assume employees of Mr Stone's, in their hired hats using the company van to put up the Minister's posters in broad daylight in the middle of their working day. And yet, Minister Donohoe wants everyone to believe that this wasn't an unlawful political donation to him from a construction company. Nobody believes that story because it's not true. Bhris an Tara Donohoe na rialacha nuair a fuair sé an sianta seo, tá scéal dro creidse, caithfidh sé an iarna a insint. Taoiseach, this smacks of cronyism, favours for insiders, and it's time for the Minister to come clean. So my questions are straightforward. Taoiseach, what involvement has Mr Stone had in any other Fine Gael election campaigns, in any other campaigns for Paschal Donohoe? Can you explain why Mr Stone was appointed by Fine Gael to the Land Development Agency outside of the normal processes? When did you first learn of this donation? Was it brought to your attention in November when the media first started asking questions? And do you accept, Taoiseach, that Minister Donohoe broke the rules when he received this donation?